Hello, everybody. This is your host, Big Daddy B, with the B.AND.R Show. My co-host, Big Hoss, will not be on tonight, and you will miss the Shadow Man as well. We have got some interesting things to cover tonight. First of all, we did cover some really interesting things last night. We just want to do a couple of recaps on what we covered in a couple of clips. Here they are.
I have raised a tremendous amount of money for the vets, almost $6 million, and more money is going to come in, I believe, over the next little while, too. But I've raised almost $6 million. All of the money has been paid out, and I'm going to give it to you in a second. In fact, I brought a list just in case that question was asked. But the money has been paid out. I have been thanked by so many veterans groups throughout the United States. One gentleman called me up recently crying that out of the blue he got a check for $100,000. But I have been thanked by so many groups, great veterans groups. And by the way, outside you have a few people, they're picketing. They're sent there by Hillary Clinton, and they're picketing that the money wasn't sent. The money's all been sent. I sent people checks of a lot of money, and I'm going to give you the names right now, which is what you want. And instead of being like, thank you very much, Mr. Trump, or Trump did a good job, everyone's saying, who got it, who got it, who got it? And you make me look very bad.
You make me look very bad. Well, he's a bad person. You know, he gives money to all these, raises money for all these veterans, and then pockets half the money. And then says he raises about $6 million, we only raised about 4.5. So, there you have it. Now, the European Union is proposing this idea. The EU, the European Union, proposes that only you have to have a government ID to use the internet. Imagine that. A government issued ID to even use the internet. That's all part of the New World Order process. It's ridiculous. People need to really wake up and smell the flowers here, that we're in the New World Order, or the starting of the New World Order. See, when people wake up and finally realize, okay, this is a little weird, then people will be a lot better off. But see, people don't know how to do that. They don't know when to say, I'm not going to take this anymore. That's the problem with the world. People can't just step back and say, no more. So, and this proposal is by a former communist official, Andrus Incel. Yes, a communist official. So, this idea is being headed up by the communists, and we have to sit here and say, okay, this is good. When in fact, it's not a great idea at all. And it's because that's just not how the world works. You can't just tell someone, oh, you can't use the internet because you're not a government official. There we go. The government's taking all your rights away, and that's how it's going to work. Little by little, you'll have no rights eventually. And if that's how America wants to live all their lives, I guess that's how we're going to do it. And you know, this program is pure mark of the beast. This proposal is pure mark of the beast. And it gets me. It does. And it's getting to where they can also tell you what you want to buy from the grocery store. It's going statewide. They're not telling you, oh, you have to buy healthy stuff. See, that's how they're going to reel you in, is people are going to go along with the idea because the government's saying that this is a great idea. And people need to wake up here. You already have the Pope claiming himself, or by what he says, a false prophet. And it talks about that in the Bible. I mean, I'm not preaching to anyone, but I'm just telling you the truth and the facts. People need to be aware of what's going on, not just in the country, but in the world itself. And it's getting to where the government has too much power. So, now you tell me. You got to look at that. Now get this. The FBI can now legally read any email you put out there. Legally. Completely ignoring the Fourth Amendment altogether. Now, this is for the fiscal year of 2017. H.R. 5077, Intelligence Authorization Act. So now they can legally read anything you put out, anything. No matter if it's to a colleague, a co-worker, something, your best friend. They can read that because they believe they have the authority to do so. Because they're the federal government and we can do anything we want. They really have too much power. And like I said, the people are just going along with it because they're scared of what the U.S. government will do. They are utterly, ridiculously scared. And completely just ignoring the Fourth Amendment. See, when people start realizing that nothing is going the way they wanted it to go, that's when things change. If we can grasp this idea and really say, hey, what are you doing? Then maybe, just maybe, they'll come to terms with themselves. But is that ever going to happen? No. And for those of you who don't know the Fourth Amendment, I'm pretty sure y'all do, but you should. It is unreasonable. It prevents the United States, or prevents the United States government, or anything for that, any police force, no, with that matter, prohibits unreasonable searches and seizures, and requires any warrant. It requires a warrant. And has to be supported by probable cause. And if that's not in there, then they can't do that. But they believe they can. Because we're the United States government. Ha 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 ha. Come on. Give it a break. They just think they have all the power. Now, there's a couple. There's a few more things I really want to talk about tonight because tonight will be a very short show. I want to talk about this Hillary Clinton email scandal. Now, really, they have nothing on her, but they're trying to indict her. Unless there's something new that I haven't heard about, then there's really nothing they can indict her on. Now, supposedly, they're saying they can indict her right now. But why haven't they? I just read an article, about 2 hours ago, that they can now indict Hillary Clinton. But they haven't. They haven't done it. It's because they don't have anything on her. If they did, she'd be in prison by now. And that's just how that works. They really believe they are just hot stuff because they can indict Hillary Clinton with nothing on her. That goes again. It just proves that anything goes with the U.S. government. But anyway, we talked about the refugee situation last night. Yeah, I think it was either last night's broadcast or the night before. And this is going way too far. They're letting all these refugees in when they know they're already putting terrorism out in Germany. The citizens of England are arming themselves to the teeth, where guns aren't even allowed. So, and then you have them all saying, death to America, and they're still letting them in. The government's already saying we're going to take in 10,000 more. Yes, is it less than what other countries are taking in? Yes. But here's the thing. If all these, what they call refugees, are putting out terrorism in every country they go to, why are you even letting them in? Why are they still coming in this country? And half of them, or not all of them, are coming in illegally. And then we say, we got to stop the Mexicans. Well, the Mexicans aren't causing that much trouble. Yes, are they trouble? Yes, but they're not causing that much trouble as what these refugees are. They burned down their own welcome center. And then you have the Prime Minister of England, who is not going to be there anymore, stepping down. Because of this whole situation. I mean, it's a mess. It's really a mess. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our quick intermission break, and we'll be back. Thank you for choosing B.AND.R Show.